Rev up your engines! Now, today we got a Subaru Forester. Why do people buy Subarus? A lot has to do with the price and what they're looking for. Because the guy paid 24 grand for this thing, right? If he was going to buy an equivalent Toyota, he would have probably spent $8,000 to $14,000 more than he paid for this. And that's a lot of money when it comes down to it. It's a beautiful car, it's got beautiful color, and he bought it for the Rhode Island roads that are falling apart because he likes carrying a lot of stuff, all kinds of room, but when you put the seats up, it's still comfortable. And you can see he's a boxer. He's got some boxing gloves back in there. So we'll look under the hood and we'll see, of course, a boxer engine. The Subaru boxers are pretty good engines. There's 2 cylinders on that side, 2 cylinders on this side. The only downfall is Subaru, to cut corners, uses a lot of silicone glue on the gaskets on the sides of the engine. And when they get really old, 140, 150,000 or more, often it starts to leak. Toyotas use regular gaskets. They last a long time, easy to change. These are boxer engines. You really got to pull the engine out to replace all this stuff. You can spend $1,000 when it leaks. It's just something in the future you have to think about. They don't have the blowing head gasket problems that they used to have. Now, the owner's got one question about this to do with the transmission, because yes, it does have a CVT transmission. It doesn't have gears, it's a CVT. But here, this baby was made in Japan. Subaru actually makes their own CVT transmissions, and they do a pretty good job. I am not a big fan of the way they shift, but they can still hold up. We'll see what it does when we take it for a road test. But I must state, these are not Nissan Jatco CVTs that they sell to other companies. They make their own. They have a pretty good idea of how to make them. And I do have to say one thing. The older Subarus, the absolute weakest points were their automatic transmissions. I rented one once in New Mexico, and that thing was shifting like crap, and it only had 4,500 miles on it. The CVTs, from what I've seen, are actually better built than their old automatics were. Now, if you really are a driver person, you could get a manual transmission if you could find one, and then you bypass all of that. But let's face it, most Americans only drive automatics. 96% of Americans drive automatics. So a lot of people have CVTs, and they're content with how it runs. Because realize, it isn't just a regular CVT. Being a Subaru, it is all-wheel drive. So you don't have to worry about slipping and sliding, because Subaru knows all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive systems. They make excellent systems. They rarely have any problems. That's why you see a lot of people up north, people in Colorado, ski mountains, driving Subarus around. I see tons of Subarus here in Rhode Island. It's one of the big reasons I sell them. Of course, it's keyless. They're all keyless these days. So we're going to turn the key on, and we're going to scan it. Here it comes. It's loading itself up. We're loading. We'll see. Still in excellent shape. Now, he just cleaned it, but there's so much pollen around. There's nothing you can do about that. Pollen, schmallen, and he's got the sunroof open, so pollen's now falling from the sky on our very heads here, but we'll see what the old scan tool says. Set this up, because I'm always whining about Subarus that on the regular dash, they don't have a temperature gauge. You can set it up so that you have a temperature gauge. Indeed, it's right here. And you can use it, but you have to set it up that way. I would rather have it here all the time. It would make more sense. Okay, it knows this is Subaru 2021 Forester Premium. And you can see he's turned off the collision avoidance systems. That's just turned off for the time being. And he also loves turning off the auto start stop. I hate that too. We have North America 2021 Forester, and we will scan it. While it's going, I mean, beautiful interior, nice color coordination, nice fake carbon fiber. That's not real, that's plastic, people, but it looks good. Hey, simple look. This is what I like. You want heat, you want cold, on, off, right? Low, high. You can't beat that. None of these, you got to be a computer genius in order to operate the thing. It is well set up. It's even got a memory for opening your trunk so you don't whack things. You can turn the automatic stop start off. You can turn off the avoidance if you don't like things beeping at you. It has one trouble code, and that is infotainment. damaging the coil due to the electric current to the speaker coil. So somebody at some point in time must have turned this on too loud and they blew a speaker somewhere. Well, he likes the music, he doesn't care, so we'll clear that. Maybe it won't come back. We'll find out. So, really, nothing wrong, but somebody made the speaker blow. So we'll start her up, and let's check out all of the information, see what's going on inside this thing. I don't expect anything. After all, doesn't have that many miles on it. 28,796. We'll read the data stream. And while we're waiting, geez, he must be a turtle. Look at this. His average speed is only 13 miles an hour. No wonder it took him so long to get here. Here we go. It's showing all the information on the direct injection system. And look at this. The air fuel correction is 0. That means it's running perfectly. Oh, with more information, everything's looking good. You can see it's a pretty good scan tool. You get an awful lot of information out of these. All that stupid active grill shutter. So your grill will open and close to get better gas mileage. Blah, too much technology. Let's forget all that crap. It's all normal. There's no problem. But if there was a problem, it would show an error and you could figure out what's wrong with the stupid thing, but it doesn't have any problems now. Check, look at all the checks it does. 14 checks on the alternator, they're all fine. As you can see, there's no problems there. And we're only in the A's. We got a long way to go, people. Black is good, red's bad, it's all black. I mean, the thing, of course, is in excellent shape, but this shows you the information that you can get. Modern cars are really freaking complex. We're still in the A's, people. So, I don't want to bore everybody, but let's whip through. Whee! Up, upwardy. Whee! Whee! Here we go. We're still going, people. We're still going. We made it to 358. So we got 358 points of data. And if you didn't look fast enough, it's all good. State of vehicle idling. Why it wants to know that? No one knows. But look, the fuel trim is 0%. Now we can see the backup camera's pretty good. Not pixelated. It's got a nice backup camera. Nice wide angle. I can see my shed and everything. So I can see I'm not in a driveway anymore. So there. Now we're going back in a driveway. They really are smooth engines. That's one of the reasons they designed them. Flat for racing to take up less space. And they're pretty well balanced engines. I'll give them that. Not too much horsepower, but hey. And we'll see how it rides in these crappy Rhode Island roads. Let's see. We're going to hit some bumps here. And not bad at all. It's a smooth ride. No, it's a relatively long wheelbase, not particularly short, but hey, it's a really smooth ride. They've gone a long way with Subarus, from the little washing machines that they sold decades ago to vehicles that are SUVs that people really want to buy. They sell a lot of these, and if you get one like this that's made in Japan, probably going to get a pretty good vehicle. And yeah, the CVT, it's a CVT. And it does have more pickup than the old ones. These newer ones are better designed than the old ones. One more Mercedes, and here we go. All right, now we'll give it a little gas. And it's not a race car, but hey, look, it gets up and it goes. It's just a 4-cylinder boxer. It's not turbo. And if you want to listen to me, do not buy a turbo Subaru. You will wear the engine out 3 times faster. This has plenty enough get up and go, non-turbo, and it will last a lot longer. All of my customers with Subaru turbos end up blowing head gaskets, where these non-turbo ones, years later, they're usually still going down the road. Let's put it in sport mode here. Okay, now it's in sport mode. See if it feels any different. It definitely is quicker. It'll affect how the CVT reacts. I gotta say, this CVT isn't bad. I'm not really a big fan of it, but Subaru makes them. They haven't had any problems with them yet. And it's a much better driving experience than the older ones were. If you're curious, road test one yourself. That's the only way you can tell. Some people love them, some people hate them, but this particular one, we're going uphill. Not bad at all. Oh really? It's a CVT and a non-turbo. It's plenty fast enough for most people. The only downside is they lie about the gas mileage. It's rated at over 30, and he's generally averaging about 18. Now I'm assuming he's like me and he has kind of a lead foot, which of course is going to make any gas mileage go down. But do not believe any all-wheel drive system that is normally aspirated like this, not a hybrid, that says it's going to get 30-something miles a gallon in an SUV of this size, because they are lying. Ask actual people like him who own them and drive them around, and you'll see what they really get. And interestingly enough, this is only 4 years old. A guy just brought me a Kia Sportage that was 20 years old, and they both get 18 miles a gallon. So there you have it. Now you probably know why people are buying these things. They cost a lot less than the Toyotas. And in the case of this one, it's 4 years old. So 4 years ago, Subaru was making good CVTs. I was impressed. It is not a horrible CVT. It actually had a reasonable amount of acceleration. Not the same as a geared one, but it still worked fine. The only thing that I gotta say though is, okay, the whole thing about CVTs was they're more efficient, they get better gas mileage. Well, this thing's only getting 18 miles a gallon, so forget that, but it's working. So, if you're looking for something like this, my advice is road test one. You might fall in love. They're not poorly made, they're really well made, especially you want to get one like this that's made in Japan. They're so much better made in Japan. But if it's high mileage, 150 or more, check it for oil leaks on the engine first. And if it's not leaking any oil, your mechanic says it's good, they can be great cars because they're going to be many, many thousands less than an equivalent Toyota or Honda. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.